From Peoria, Videomax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Sandra Hollywood Hall and Daniel Dewey Shore. The news with Jen French and Cody Brutlag. Sports with Courtney Shattuck. Our news interviewer and star reporter is Ashley Edler with the Midstate News team. Stephen E. Mollering takes us to the movies with Get Real. Sandra Hollywood Hall is back in the spotlight. Rihanna Pouncey takes us about town. And Kevin Logsdon leads the street team. And now, from America's friendliest city, here's Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Sandra and Daniel. Take it away, kids.
Today we are joined by a very special guest on Midstate Magazine, Bradley University's President Joanne Glasser. She is Bradley's first female president, in our estimation, the best. Welcome, President Glasser.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for inviting me.
No problem.
So, what's new at Bradley University? And this is your second year as the president at the university, right?
Almost completing my second year. Just this summer we'll be completing it, and it's gone by so fast and having a ball.
Oh, good, good. So, I mean, please tell us, what are some new developments or what's going on?
Well, it was a busy week this past week on the Hilltop. Friday night we hosted Mikhail Gorbachev for dinner at the Civic Center, and I was lucky enough to be with about 20 Bradley students at the Civic Center, and it was wonderful to be able to have dinner and hear a world leader speak about his tenure as president of Russia. So that was just a terrific experience to be with our students to hear that. Sunday I was able to speak to our volleyball students and student athletes at their end of the year banquet. I threw out the first pitch at the softball game for our Lady Braves.
Doing
threw
everything.
a strike.
Yeah.
Threw out the opening pitch for our men's baseball game. It was a little high and outside, I will tell you, but the weather didn't cooperate. So I have to say that the weather interfered. Served as a judge this week for the Bradley Idol contest, my second year doing that, and what a joy that was. We've got some talented students on the Hilltop. It was great.
Were you able to pick a winner?
We did. We had a first place winner, we had a second place winner, and we had a tie for third because there was just so much talent that the three judges couldn't decide. We couldn't decide. So it was terrific. And then Saturday night, I went to hear our forensics team prepare for the Nationals. It was just so much to do.
That's so much to do.
I'm busy, and I love it. I love being with our students.
Great.
Well, we love you being here, but you know, we're going to take it over to news and see what our students have to say also.
Okay.
Let's take it to news.
Thanks, Sandra and Daniel. Welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Jen French.
And I'm Cody Brutlag. Now let's take a first look at the news.
Critics have voiced concerns about a new tactic to stop illegal immigration. The U.S. Border Patrol has come up with a plan to poison vegetation along a mile stretch of the Rio Grande in hopes that hiding places for smugglers will be eliminated. While the plan is being compared to Vietnam tactics by some, officials say the plan is primarily aimed at the safety of Border Patrol agents. If successful, the project could stretch as far as 130 miles along the U.S.-Mexican border.
A study completed by the Internal Archive of Medicines has found that older Americans who consume large amounts of red meat are at a higher risk for heart disease and cancer. The study followed participants for 10 years, tracking their eating habits and consumption of red meat. Scientists found that participants whose diets included fish, chicken, and other white meats were at a lower risk for these sorts of health problems.
Just 1 year after the real estate industry hit an all-time high, the housing market came to a crashing down, leaving homeowners struggling to make ends meet. Right now, we bring you an update on the market and how it's playing in Peoria.
No city in America is completely recession-proof, but up until now, Peoria has come close. It wasn't until just recently that the Peoria housing market felt the crunch.
So we're down about 15% from a year ago, January. So still nothing that's horrible yet, but we're expecting that first quarter to be a little bit slower.
Pat McCarthy, a realtor and president of Peoria Area Association of Realtors, says interest rates are at the lowest they've ever been.
I think right now, as far as a buyer, I think you've got some things going for you that we'll probably never see again.
Believe it or not, if you're looking to buy a new house, realtors say now is the best time to do it. We've seen interest rates in the 5 and 6% range, and the local job market, fueled by Caterpillar and the 3 hospitals, has helped keep Peoria afloat during these turbulent times. Okay, so what if you've bought a house prior to the recession and are having a hard time making payments? There is a silver lining for people who are struggling to pay on time on their existing houses.
And there are some programs available that will help them, modify their loans to a degree. It might make it a little more affordable. I don't know all the details on that. They'll want to talk to their lenders about that. So, I mean, they are going to be cash incentives for the lenders to get involved early before somebody would head towards foreclosure. Make some adjustments now instead of later when it really costs everybody.
Overall, the housing market has fared well in Peoria.
Yeah, we've got good, what appears to be a good, stable economy here, and hopefully we'll be able to maintain that.
President Obama's stimulus plan promises relief for those who already own homes or are looking to buy. For more information, visit the National Association of Home Builders online at nahb.org.
India has unveiled the world's cheapest car. Starting at just over $2,000, the Tata Nano already has 1 million potential buyers lined up for this year alone. The more expensive CX and LX models will include additional features such as heat, air conditioning, and power brakes. However, none of the models will include standard American safety equipment such as airbags or anti-lock brakes. Still, companies ensure the cars will meet and even exceed India's safety standards.
A woman desperate to talk to her estranged husband is now facing criminal charges. Helen's son, pending a divorce, handcuffed herself to her estranged husband, Robert Drawbog, while he was sleeping. While phoning for help, his wife began attacking him, biting him repeatedly on his arms and torso. Drawbog stated that his former spouse had a history of violence and a danger to the family. Police charged Son with a number of charges, including third-degree assault, unlawful restraint, and reckless endangerment.
A Denver parrot is a hero this week after he saved a little girl from choking on her breakfast. Willie, a Quaker parrot, began repeatedly squawking, "Mama, baby," after he was recognized that the girl was in trouble. His cries alerted his owner, who entered the room and performed the Heimlich maneuver. Willie was awarded the Animal Lifesaver Award by his local Red Cross.
A Greek fisherman caught more than he bargained for last week, a 2,200-year-old bronze statue of a horseman. The statue was caught in the man's net while fishing off the northern Aegean Sea. The statue was not whole, however. Only the torso and the raised right arm were intact.
Bradley University held a spring career fair just last week, encouraging students to attend for upcoming opportunities during the upcoming summer break. Midstate Magazine's Sherry-Ann Ellis has more.
The Smith Career Center on Bradley's campus sets up many opportunities for students to meet with potential employers. The Social Service and Government Career Fair allows students to get in touch with local employers. About 40 state and federal agencies signed up to participate in the job fair. Many students jumped at the opportunity to network with prospective employers. They came with resumes ready and positive attitudes. Even though several students came with impressive resumes, they were shocked to find out that a lot of positions were unpaid or that some employers were not currently hiring. Many students still found the career fair to be a good chance to practice interview and networking skills. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Sherry-Ann Ellis.
Thanks, Sherry-Ann. Japan has recently unveiled its plans for a bullet train that could run up to 310 miles per hour. Current bullet trains can reach speeds up to 186 miles per hour, making U.S. trains at least twice as slow. However, these trains symbolize much more than just being on time. To the Japanese culture, these trains represent Japanese prosperity and technological success. Japan stated that they hope to have the train up and running by 2025. Now let's go to Courtney with sports.
Thanks, Jen. It's too bad that Bradley's men's basketball team didn't make it into the NCAA tournament this year. So what are they playing in? Well, it's not in the NIT. CollegeInsider.com created the CollegeInsider.com postseason tournament. The contest started off featuring 16 teams not participating in the NCAA or the NIT tournament. This new tournament is a single elimination tournament consisting of 4 rounds and then eventually a championship game that will be played on a on-campus site. World champion bicyclist Lance Armstrong suffered a fall during a race in Spain that broke his collarbone. He slipped off his bike as the road became narrower towards the end of the race. It is unknown if he will be able to compete this year during the Tour de France in July. Armstrong has won previous Tour de France titles in his career. The Illinois High School Association, also known as the IHSA, and the boys basketball tournament ended last week at Carver Arena. There were some great games that were played, as well as a 3-point shooting and slam dunk contest. Players on teams from each class, 1A through 4A, participated in 2 contests. At this competition, these high school basketball players had the chance to show off their skills and athleticism. From long-distance shots to one-handed dunks, the contest brought a good crowd to the arena as they cheered and celebrated the dunks and shots made. For these young players that look up to professionals in the NBA and their talent, this was a great way to act as some of their role models.
Thanks, Courtney. Single mother Nadia Suleiman, who gave birth to octuplets just a few short months ago, has accused a free nanny training service of spying on her. The company, Angels in Waiting, has been providing nannies to Suleiman and her 14 children, but confrontation arose when Suleiman accused Angels in Waiting owner Lisa West Conforti of secretly reporting her to Child Welfare Services. Just last month, an attorney for Angels in Waiting filed a complaint against Suleiman, saying that she could not provide a stable home for her 14 children. Well, I'm Jen French, and thanks for watching Midstate Magazine.
And I'm Courtney Shattuck. Be sure to join us next week.
And I'm Cody Brutlog. Have a great evening.
Welcome back. Thank you, News. Thanks, team. And so President Glasser, here you are, and they mentioned the CIT tournament, and you love Bradley sports.
I love Bradley sports, and everybody loves Bradley basketball.
Oh.
And tonight, at Carver Arena.
Tonight, championship game.
And we are playing Old Dominion.
Old Dominion for the championship right here, Carver Arena, 7 p.m.
Wow.
Be there.
And Bradley Sports has been doing well the last couple of years. I mean, they made it to the championship of the College Basketball Invitational.
That's correct.
Now they're in the CIT, and things are going well. So, and you go to the games, you're involved. It's great.
Number one cheerleader,
yes.
and we're the #1 seed in the tournament, so excited about the game tonight.
Did you have to try out for the cheerleading squad, or you got that
I was
position?
a cheerleader, little known secret, but I will tell you, Dewey, I was a cheerleader in high school.
Really?
Yes, I was, many, many years ago. So I bring that
Exciting.
talent with me to the hilltop.
Little
and,
reminiscence on the court side.
Little reminiscence without the pom-poms. I don't do the pyramids. My feet need to stay firmly planted on the ground. I do a lot of the cheering in
But
the
you do the
student
lifting,
section.
right?
No,
you get everyone up.
No, I uplift people's spirits.
That's what we
I
love to
uplift
hear.
people's spirits.
All right, well, let's take over to Get Real and see what's going on in the movies.
All right.
On November 12, 1978, people all over America were shocked to discover that both the mayor of San Francisco and his former supervisor, Harvey Milk, had been tragically assassinated. But just who was this man, and what brought about this injustice against him? The historical drama Milk seeks to tackle this very subject.
My name is Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you.
After 5 years spent working on the more experimental fringe, Gus Van Sant makes an elegant return to mainstream theaters with Milk, a tenderly observed account of the life of Harvey Milk, the first openly gay man voted into a significant U.S. public office position. This study of the San Francisco politician's powerful effect on individuals not only accurately depicts the culture of American politics in the 1970s, but is also most notable for Sean Penn's surprisingly touching performance.
You're not like most homosexuals, are you, Harvey?
Do you know a lot of homosexuals, Dad?
Harvey Milk. He will be stabbed and have a night of horror.
Call the police.
They probably wrote it.
You have an issue.
It's more than an issue. This is our lives we're fighting for. You get the first bullet the minute you stand at the microphone.
You don't have to go up there.
All men are created equal. No matter how hard you try, you can never erase those words. That is what America
Commentators will not fail to note certain parallels with the current political season, encapsulated by its hero's parting line, "You gotta give 'em hope." Milk is a touching and heart-wrenching example of how both a single person and that one person's tragedy can greatly influence not only a major civil rights movement, but also the hearts and minds of people throughout the world in a time where we want to ensure that everyone's voice is heard in America. Personally, I've given the film a solid 2 thumbs up. For Get Real, I'm Stephen E. Mullering.
Thanks, Stephen. And so Harvey Milk, an inspirational story, and Mikhail Gorbachev was in town. But President Glasser, you have made a name for yourself as an inspirational and involved leader from what we hear on the Bradley campus. And so tell us a little bit about where your passion comes from for students and for this age group is not a particularly easy age group to engage at all, all the time.
Well, thank you for making me feel better than I am. I don't know if I'm inspirational, but I know I'm inspired by faculty that are incredibly dedicated to students and helping them dream big dreams, and I am certainly passionate about students. And while I may be tiny in physical stature, I say all the time I'm a giant in my passion for young people, and I hope I inspire them, and I hope I motivate them, and I hope I enable them to live out their life's dreams. I hope to be accessible and visible to them. I hope to be able to participate in their activities and always to be available to them. For me as a president, to sit behind a desk and to be in an office is a dangerous place in which to view a campus. So you'll see me up and about, being an Energizer bunny, trying to be available and
cheerleader on the sidelines. Why not?
On the sidelines and with the students every chance I get, because living the college experience with them is the best way I know how to support them through the classroom and outside the classroom, and making sure that the Bradley experience is a personalized and customized experience for them, the best 4 years of their life.
That's great. And I think that's something that's lost in a lot of leaders on campus, a lot of institutional presidents and that kind of stuff. And we see you out and about, like you said, and you definitely get involved.
I have to go out and about. Excuse me a moment.
Bye,
Sandra
Hollywood.
leaves sometimes, and we try to stay with her, but here she is within the spotlight.
We'll miss you.
What other way can you get the only non-soundtrack multi-artist collection to reach Billboard status? You give up? What is the Now series has generated sales over 200 million albums and sold over 70 million copies worldwide? Now that's what I call Music 30. Features 3 Billboard #1s such as Britney Spears, Lady Gaga, and Kevin Rudolph, in addition to other pop songs you hear on the radio. If you want a great dance song, Green Light by John Legend is the right choice, or a song to pump up the crowd, Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph is a sure winner. You can check out other talented artists such as Keith Urban, Rihanna, Pussycat Dolls, and many more when you pick up a copy of Now 30 from your local music store. Speaking of Billboard top hits, this Florida rapper has certainly paved the way for his electro hip-hop status. Tremar Dillard, best known as Flo Rida. Flo Rida's single Right Round from his new album Roots of Overcoming the Struggle, is currently at the top of the Billboard Hot 10 and has spent 6 consecutive weeks there. Check out his new album in stores on April 7th. That about does it for me. I'm Sandra Hollywood Hall, and as always, you can count on me to keep you in the know within the spotlight. Back to set. Bye-bye.
Sandra, excellent. If you could come back, we have the president on today of Bradley University,
Glaser,
so yeah.
hello.
Hi, Hollywood.
Did I miss any of their office hours?
No, you made it just in time. And if you did, they're every month, so not to worry.
Yes, please tell us. You have open door policy? Yes, please tell us about that.
I do. You know, it was important to me to make sure I always hear what's on our students' minds, and always make sure I'm in tune with the students, because you can only be responsive to their needs if you know what their needs are. I always say I can't fix something if I don't know it's broken, and I don't always want to rely on the administrators bringing to me what the student voices or students' concern are. So I decided to have open door office hours once a month. And have students come in. Sometimes it's just a meet and greet. Sometimes it's to voice a concern or a complaint. Sometimes it's just to offer a constructive suggestion. And I love it.
It's been successful?
It's been wildly
successful.
Everybody comes. I run out of time. It's the best couple hours of the week for me, and I hope the students are finding it enjoyable and rewarding as well. And I do follow up. I do follow up.
Well, Dewey and I will make sure we'll be there next month.
Well, my pleasure.
Yeah, we'll come in. We'll do another interview. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Absolutely.
But we're going to check it out. What's going on with the About Crew?
I'd like to know more about it.
All right, About Crew.
Soundtrack that's going on right now. As you watch, Amy Spivey is thinking and calling her next cues, while Emily Hart is eagerly waiting with her fingers at the ready. At the center of the whole production is junior electronic media major Amy Spivey, the director of Midstate Magazine. She's been volunteering here at Midstate Magazine, and with all her experience, she certainly knows how to run the show. But how, you ask?
Well, the biggest thing is that I write my calls down on the script, and I've gotten to the point where I don't necessarily have to write everything down word for word. Sometimes I can just write a phrase or two or a word or two to let me know what's coming up.
Behind the scenes, it can be a bit stressful, but Amy knows how to handle it.
There's a lot of things that happen all at once, and there's a lot of calls that I have to make, you know, in quick succession.
Ready, pan right, ready, CG in, pan, CG in.
If I mess up something, usually it's not too bad because I have a good crew and they're usually really good at staying on top of things.
And seated at her left is Technical Director, Junior Electronic Media Major Emily Hart. Her main job is to listen to the director and follow her cues, but it can be a bit more difficult than that.
There's different buttons for each function, so I switch between cameras 1, 2, and 3, and also what we do is we roll video off of the servers that are on Master Control that Dustin Elkin runs. And so I also punch those up.
But Emily's job doesn't start when the tape rolls, though.
On Wednesdays and on Fridays, I come in earlier. I have to set up the studio, set up things in the control room before I can even start setting up my board.
With Amy as the captain of the HMS Midstate magazine and Emily as her first mate, this ship sure runs smoothly. Or at least that's the point anyway. For About Crew, I'm Cody Brulog. Take it away, Amy.
Ready, take camera 2, take 2.
All right, well, that's About Crew.
They took 2.
They did. We're here.
Thanks, Cody.
Now, here's the fun spin of the show. Of course, President Glasser gives great information as far as her position and what she's provided, but let's have some fun facts.
Are we gonna? Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I have a question, President Glasser.
Okay, Hollywood.
If you were on Dancing with the Stars, what celebrity would you like to be your partner?
Ooh.
Ooh, let's see. George Clooney.
Ooh, he is
Good
hot.
choice.
Good choice.
You have a question?
Not that I'd choose George Clooney. Okay, my question, if you could change your name, what would your name be?
If I could change my name, let's see. I don't know. That's so tough.
You could do Goanne Jasser. You could just switch those first letters. Whatever you want.
I could change my
We'll get back to that
Get
one.
back. I don't know.
All right.
Let's
I don't know.
see.
That's a stumper. That's a stumper.
If you could be anywhere in the world, where would you be?
Peoria, Illinois.
Right answer.
Look at that. Dreams do come true.
Yes, they do.
Now, we heard that you have nicknames, though. What are some of the nicknames that you had mentioned?
I've been called Energizer Bunny, been called Mighty Mouse.
You can legally have that changed,
Been
too.
called JoJo.
JoJo. I've heard.
Little JoJo. Probably changing my name, maybe Lydia Moss Bradley, number 2.
Ooh.
Lydia
The
Moss
second.
Bradley or the second. Or junior.
And so, nicknames, those help you kind of connect with the students in a way, right?
I hope so. I hope they're not remnants of rodents or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
right. All right, we're going to send it to State of the Arts, and we'll come back and finish up with President Glasser.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Marlon Washington, and welcome to State of the Arts. This week, we have an up-and-coming band of rockers who have played all over northern Indiana and the Chicagoland area. You may have also spotted them playing a set in some of Peoria's favorite hotspots, like Gorman's Pub and Johnny's Coffee House. With their catchy synth beats and hardcore breakdowns, this band is definitely a group of rising stars. We have with us today, We Felt Alive. Yeah! Well, hi Glenn. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm glad to have you all here today on State of the Arts. So I was wondering, how long have you all been playing together?
Since June of '08.
June of '08, all right. And now your name is We Felt Alive. How did you come up with that name?
It has to do with being intoxicated.
Okay.
That kid especially.
All right, AJ being intoxicated.
We represent 309.
And they represent 309?
309, Peoria area.
There it is. So now how do you find inspiration for your songs?
Everything we listen to, all the music, rap, rock, country.
That's awesome. That's great. I love that. I'm very eclectic myself. Now how can we find out more about your band?
You can get online, myspace.com. I don't know if you have one of those. It's a pretty upcoming thing nowadays.
Yeah, I think I've heard about it, maybe.
MySpace at wefeltaliverock.com.
All right.
All right.
Awesome. Well, right now, We Felt Alive will be playing a live original song titled Love, Lies, and Butterflies. Take it away, guys.
Let's write this love story, give it a Hollywood and day. Lying in the grass as the credits roll, the audience cries as the curtains close. All the tears could never put out the fire in your eyes. They're burning me alive. So let's stay here and watch the summer settle onto lying secrets and wait for the rain. We'll set our clocks back another couple hours, and at 3 a.m. we can watch as the night turns to day. So tell me you're there butterflies in Hollywood, 'cause I think that there may be tonight. Light up the sky like fireworks, maybe we'll pretend it's still yesterday. You were here and not 1,000 miles away. So let's stay here and watch the summer settle onto lying secrets. We'll wait for the rain. We'll set our clocks back another couple hours, and at 3 a.m. we can watch as the night turns to day. Here I am alone, nowhere ever feels like home. You're so far away from me, I'm still waiting patiently. Can you hear me calling out your name? Well, I'm standing on the rooftop, singing, "Whoa, tonight." Light up the sky with your fire and right in your eyes. I can see the floors and butterflies. Light up the sky like fireworks, maybe we'll pretend it's still yesterday. You were here and not 1,000 miles away.
Awesome, guys. Wow, I feel so alive right now. Definitely get their autographs now. Well, thanks, guys, for coming out. And thank you all for watching State of the Arts. I'm Marlon Washington, and you're never too busy to feed your soul with the arts. Rock on, y'all. Yeah! You all were fantastic.
Wow,
Marlon,
good job. We were
I love it.
rocking.
That was
Okay, so another little fun fact we found out about our president is that you love chocolates.
I do. I do.
Now, a special treat from us to you, a bag of chocolates. Now, don't eat all at once. No, but there's a lot of chocolate to choose from, so enjoy.
But share them all at
Thank
once. if
you.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. A wonderful antioxidant. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Some
you.
red wine in there, too, and some...
Yeah, we just have it all wrapped up in there.
Thank you.
All right, real quick, the
Yes.
highlight of this past year and what you're looking forward to most.
Highlight of the past year, opening of the Markin Center.
New rec center,
Absolutely
great.
#1. It's a campus changer.
Yeah.
Students are enjoying it,
Cool.
loving it, and
And this next year?
next year we're going to be opening up the new Athletic Performance Center, and
Perfect.
looking forward to Westlake. And thank you for having me.
Thanks
and
for coming
welcoming
in.
me back.
Pleasure.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you. I love this.
You know,
This is terrific.
if they're not watching us,